You've been treating yourself like a prisoner who forgot they hold the key, and this video ends with a guided meditation that might be the moment you finally remember. So if you're tired in a way that sleep doesn't fix, if you've been carrying something all week that you can't quite name, stay with me. This isn't going to be abstract, and it isn't going to be preachy. It's going to be practical. Here's the claim we're going to test together today, and I want to say it plainly so you know what you're signing up for. The version of you that feels fragile, overwhelmed, and at the mercy of everything around you is not actually who you are. It's a role you've been playing. And when we misidentify ourselves, when we shrink into that stressed, reactive, small self, the entire world we experience shrinks with us. The practice we're going to try is simple. For a few minutes, we're going to try on a different identity, and we're going to notice what changes. Think of it like this. Imagine you put on a costume years ago. At first you knew it was a costume, but you wore it so consistently, in so many situations, that at some point you stopped noticing it. The fabric started to feel like skin. You forgot you could take it off, and the costume has a name, actually, several. The worried one, the overwhelmed one, the one things always seem to go wrong for, the one who has to stay on guard. You didn't choose this character consciously, but you've been playing it so long the lines come automatically. Here's how the pattern actually runs in real life. It's 9 AM on a Tuesday. You open your inbox, and there it is, an email with a tone you immediately read as hostile. Maybe it's your manager, maybe a client, maybe a colleague who's been passive-aggressive for weeks. You haven't finished the second sentence yet, and already your jaw is tight. You can feel your shoulders climbing toward your ears. You're composing your defense in your head, and just like that, the next 3 hours of your morning are quietly poisoned. You'll answer other emails, but distractedly. You'll be in a meeting, but half of you will still be back at that message. Notice what happened there. Something external, a few sentences on a screen, reached in and decided who you were going to be for the rest of the morning. That's the pattern. We've quietly handed the world the power to define us, to tell us whether we're okay, to tell us whether we're safe, to tell us whether we're competent, respected, loved. And because we've given it that power, it always feels personal. Of course it does. If your identity depends on external verdicts, every external event becomes a verdict. This is exhausting. And most of us don't even know we're doing it. We just know that by Wednesday night we're depleted in a way that doesn't match what actually happened during the week. So here's the door I want to open. What if the reactive, defensive, tightly wound version of you, the one who read that email and immediately braced, isn't the real verdict on who you are? What if that's just the costume? What if underneath the character called the one who has to fight to be okay, there's already someone who is okay, and always was? I know that might sound like a nice idea that couldn't possibly help at 9 AM on a Tuesday. Stay with me, because the interesting thing about a costume is that once you remember it's a costume, you can't quite unremember it. Even if you keep wearing it for a while out of habit, some small part of you now knows. And that small knowing is the beginning of everything. Imagine someone hands you a mirror in the middle of your day. Not a literal mirror, a moment of clarity. You catch a glimpse of the face underneath the character. It's not more impressive than the costume. It's not louder, it's actually quieter, steadier, not braced for anything, and the strange thing is, you recognize it. Like, oh, there you are. I forgot. Here's the part one want you to really hear. Your identity isn't built from your worst days. It isn't built from your most embarrassing moment. The one that still makes you wince when it surfaces at 2 a.m. It isn't built from the email that ruined your Tuesday morning, or the argument you handled badly, or the version of you that showed up tired and short-tempered last Thursday. Those are things that happened. They are not who you are. The costume convinces us otherwise. The costume says, this reaction is you. This anxiety is you. This defensive posture is who you fundamentally are, and everything else is performance. But it's actually the reverse. The reactivity is the performance. The steadiness underneath is what was there before the costume, and what will still be there when you finally set it down. And here's what happens the moment you glimpse that. Even for a second. There's a tangible loosening. Almost physical, like a fist unclenching in your chest that you didn't know was clenched. The world doesn't change, the email is still in your inbox, but the world stops feeling like it's happening against you. It's not dramatic. It's quieter than dramatic. It's more like suddenly remembering you're not actually trapped in the room you've been pacing. So how do we work with this in an ordinary week? Not a retreat. Not a perfect morning. A real Tuesday, one question. That's the whole practice. When you feel the tightness start, the jaw, the shoulders, the internal defense already being written, you pause, just for half a second, and you ask, who is the one reading this right now? Is it the calm part of me, or the part that decided a long time ago that I have to fight to be okay? That's it. You don't have to answer it perfectly. You don't have to fix anything. You don't even have to feel better immediately. The question itself is the interruption, because in the moment you ask it, you've already stepped slightly outside the costume. You've become, for just a second, the one noticing the character instead of the one being the character. And that tiny gap is where everything else becomes possible. You'll still respond to the email. You'll still handle the meeting, but you'll do it from a slightly different place. Not braced, not defending. Just present. Here's what I want you to take from this before we move into the meditation. You were never as stuck as it felt. The heaviness you've been carrying isn't a permanent feature of who you are. It's the weight of a costume you've been wearing so long you forgot it comes off. And relief is closer than you thought. Not years of work away. Not after you fix everything. Closer than that. As close as the next time you remember to ask who's actually reading the email. The costume isn't bad. It isn't shameful. It's just not you, and the instant you see that, even briefly, everything that felt permanent starts to feel like something you could actually set down. So let's set it down together for a few minutes now. You don't have to do anything to prepare. You just have to be willing to try on a different identity for a little while, and see what changes. Before we move into the meditation, if this is helping you, you're welcome to like the video and subscribe. It's a simple way to keep practicing together. Let's take a few minutes now. You don't have to do this perfectly. You just have to be here. Let your body settle into whatever you're sitting on. Feel the weight of it. Let your shoulders drop, even a little. Let your jaw soften, and take one breath. Not a special breath. Just a natural one. Now another. Notice that you didn't have to make that breath happen. It arrived on its own. For the next few minutes, we're not trying to fix anything. We're not solving. We're not planning. We're just going to try something quietly. Bring to mind, very gently, the character you've been playing this week. The worried one. The overwhelmed one. The one who's been bracing. You don't have to push it away. Just notice it's there, like a coat you've been wearing. And now, just for a moment, imagine setting it down. Not forever. Just for the length of this meditation. What's underneath is quieter than you expected. Steadier. Nothing to defend right now. Nothing to prove. Nothing to brace against. Just you. Breathing. Here. Feel your feet. Feel your hands. Feel the small rise and fall of your chest. This part of you was never actually in danger. It was just covered. Rest here for a moment. No agenda. No performance. No costume. If a thought comes, let it come. If it leaves, let it leave. You don't have to follow it. You are the one noticing, not the thoughts. Not the tightness. Not the story about the email. The one noticing. Stay here as long as you'd like. And when you're ready to come back slowly. Bring some of this quiet with you. It doesn't stay on the cushion. It's yours. You can open your eyes whenever you want. There's no rush. We're glad you practiced with us today. If it's helpful, a free digital copy of A Course in Miracles is available via the link in the description. You're also welcome to leave a short comment like, "I am grateful. Thank you for being here. Thank you for giving these few minutes to something that doesn't shout for your attention the way most things do." Be gentle with yourself today. The costume will try to come back on. That's okay. You know something now that you didn't know an hour ago. And that knowing doesn't leave. I'll see you soon.